Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick is home to the highest tides in the world and the ultimate beach showdown.
This is like a do-or-die situation.
Last time, the teams got emotional.
It's about finding calm, finding peace, finding who you are.
John and Laura's Battle of Normandy tribute pulled at the judges' heartstrings and scored them their first win.
To finally win a challenge, it's already a big step for us.
Now we're down to the top 4, and they're gonna have to do double duty if they want a chance at taking home the grand prize of $10,000. I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Good morning, top 4. How do you like this wind we shipped in? From what I understand, wind is the sculptor's greatest enemy.
Yes, sir.
But come on, you guys are superheroes. You can handle it. But you can't have a superhero without a supervillain. Today, you will be creating the ultimate superhero, supervillain face-off scene. Now, you must produce 2 figures, so we are giving you 2 sets of wood forms. Are you guys ready to race against the tide? Go!
The plan today is to work super fast, super hard.
For us, the most difficult thing is knocking out 2 figures in the time that we have. We're gonna have to bring our A-game.
We gotta deliver.
My father will be carving the Eternal Flame, defender of the universe, and I'll be carving the villain, Hank. Hank is just an average guy who decided he is going to become the arch nemesis. I think it's just a neat idea of playing with good versus evil and what that really means.
Superheroes, I gotta just live and to fight another day.
This wind is good for surfing.
The problem with the wind will come later when we carve the detail. We're in the final 4. Good to be in the winner's circle. We're here to do it again, right?
Yeah, we are ready to go.
We're doing 2 superheroes. One is a wrecker, one is a builder. The builder's a good guy. He's a very creative guy. But the wrecker, he's the arch enemy. He's the villain. And the guy's gonna have hammers on his arms. We're gonna put the figures together, back to back. It was a time-saving idea.
It's 1 pound up.
Hopefully the judges won't hold it against us.
To earn super marks from the judges, the teams must meet the challenge criteria: characterization, good versus evil dynamic, and creative use of plot. Karen and Bruce, today's theme, supervillain, superhero.
Oh, I'm really excited. I love superheroes. I love comics. I'm looking for a really big contrast in the good and evil.
What's going on? What's the interaction there to really depict that storyline between them?
I want them to use the plot and show us how it complements their good versus evil challenge here.
And they have the extra forms to use today, too, because they've got to create 2 figures.
They don't have any more time, but they have almost twice as much work to do now.
And today, this wind.
It etches the sculpture, it dries it out, it takes away detail, it blows in their face.
It's a good time all day long.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
Today we were tasked with making a superhero and a supervillain duking it out. Sue and I aren't really into the whole good and evil thing, so we're gonna do a yin and yang piece with the masculine and feminine powers interacting. With the feminine and the masculine, it's both a fight and a dance at the same time. Hopefully the judges will respect that.
It is super risky. I mean, it's a really intense competition, and the sculptures get better every challenge. So you have to keep upping your game. Perfect, guys, that's enough.
This is as high as we're going. This character is gonna make his mark because he's small. And that character is gonna be knocked into the ground by the forces of good. Evil is big, bad, and ugly, and the forces against it are a little bit more innocent than you'd think.
So the good guy is actually a small kid. I'm creating the supervillain, and then we'll work on the good side.
You always get the fun part. All the teams that are left are super strong. They've made it through all the challenges. They've shown what they're worth. There's no room for error.
Which team do you think this particular challenge is best suited for?
Well, definitely Dan and Joby.
Yeah.
And
Abe and Sue, those 2 teams really know figure sculpting, so I expect high output from them.
Last challenge, John and Laura get their first win. But then you got Abe and Sue, and they got 2. Dan and Joe B, they got 3. And then you got the 2 Alberts, who have yet to secure a win.
Senior and junior, they really have to hit a home run, as we say. They've got to knock it out of the park on this one, but they can do it. That's why they're in the final 4.
And slide straight back, and look at that.
We haven't worked together in 13 years. I think we're slowly starting to find our groove, which is great when you're 8 challenges in.
There's a lot of catching up to do. Surprisingly, we're still here.
How are you guys feeling right now? You have 3 incredible competitors. They all have wins under their belts. You guys don't have a win yet.
The most important win is at the end of the battle, right? So when we make it to that last challenge, that's where you're gonna want that win.
Father, son, I'm assuming you're just doing self-portraits of yourselves here.
Yeah.
I remember my son, he must have been in the 1st or 2nd grade. He did a little essay and it said, "My dad is my hero."
I don't remember that. What?
I am working on the feminine portion of the sculpture. When I think women, I think curves, and when I think guys, I think more angular. Yeah, we kind of used
To a certain
ourselves
degree.
as slight inspiration for this.
It's kind of like one figure is Sue and one is Abe, or Sue Abe and Abe Sue, as we call them. And they're this kind of fighting and struggling with each other, but coming together as a whole.
Abe's an amazing partner. He comes up with great ideas. He's all right. He's tolerable.
Oh, yeah, take it. That was more than I expected, honestly.
Careful, careful,
watch your
careful.
feet.
Laura, John, how are you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
good.
Bruce.
Your plot here, you have lots of satellite pieces.
The criteria is to fill your plot, and that's just what we're doing.
You know, you almost have twice as much work, but you don't have twice as much time.
If you look around, a lot of these guys are doing 2 figures. We put our figures together, so we're trying to save time.
What are your characters today?
We have 2 different kind of people in the world. We have the builder, the anti-hero is the wrecker. It depends which one you belong, right? So
We teach a lot, Bruce, along the road, and I've noticed in my 30 years of teaching, you have builders and wreckers, just like Laura said. It just takes one wrecker to destroy a whole plot of builders, you know?
Right.
And little Susie's crying when Billy the wrecker shows up.
2 hours into the competition, and the tide is still receding, but Mother Nature is upping the ante.
We expect it falls down, but now it's going everywhere. It's pretty annoying. Just
I've got so much sand in my eyeballs right now. Basically, everything you cut blows sand into your face, and then now there's like so much sand in my eyeballs, I could build a sand sculpture right inside, right here.
we choose the wrong day to do just details because this wind is eroding so quickly. We keep spraying it, but 3 minutes later, you're at the beginning.
Yeah, the wind is killing us.
We're gonna go home this time.
Our top 4 sand sculpting teams are nearing the halfway point of today's super-powered art challenge.
Competition's really stiff right now. You got great carvers that can do great figures. Really gonna have to be super today.
But the world's highest tide cannot be tamed, or the 50-kilometer-an-hour winds.
Wind's cold, the water's cold. It's one of those days.
I will work in any condition, but wind is just brutal. You have details popping off, the sand goes everywhere.
But they also have to deal with the increasing difficulty of the sculpture.
Today's theme with the superheroes, supervillains, they have 2 separate images they're working on. Plus, part of the criteria is to utilize as much plot area as they can, but they don't have twice the time.
Today is really, really gonna be tough.
Working in the elements means the teams must constantly adapt their process.
Right now, I'm trying to alleviate weight.
If you build too tall, sometimes you can actually feel the sculptures moving back and forth when the wind hits it. It also means that you can have a collapse.
The wind and the sun mixed today is really drying the sand out quickly, definitely taking a toll on the sharp edges, which is a little unfortunate because I want the masculine side to look really jagged.
We're going to keep spraying our detail, and hopefully it'll hang around in this wind and sun.
so by welding it, the grains are mixing well together. That's my secret technique. So I would appreciate that it stays between you and me.
Attention, sculptors! We've officially reached low tide!
This is where I really gun it. We got a long way to go, son.
This is your yellow flag warning! 3 hours left!
Faster, faster, faster. Let's go.
Always comes too soon.
Abe and Sue.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, guys. Tell me about your sculpture today.
Instead of having a definite hero and a definite villain, we're carving a feminine figure here. Abe's working on the masculine. Together, they're combined into one.
Neither one of them is bad. One of the criteria is good versus evil. Have you considered that, and do you have a plan for that? That look says it all.
We have to make the best piece that we've done yet to stay in the game.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Down the beach, it's another risky move, as the highest, heaviest sculpture is about to put its superhero strength to the test.
I've got a lot of weight up top, and I'm a little concerned about it. Trying to get as light as possible. If you have a collapse here, you are basically done. There's a lot of elements against us today.
We never had a collapse.
Collapses are for the other teams. All right, keep your fingers crossed. No cracks, babe. All right, now we gotta do the arms.
Even the lowest sculpture on the beach is pushing the limits.
We want to make the effect like if the beast is thrown on the ground and breaking the ground. So I'm working on some pieces of concrete. One difficult thing about this challenge, we have to use our plot in a creative way. So we plan to do something as crazy as possible. With this timing, it's really difficult.
You guys are smart, aren't you? Because of the wind, I'm gonna bury my sand creature 6 feet down.
Yeah.
I kind of like that strategy. Obviously, this is the villain.
Yeah.
You got any story about the superhero over here?
Yeah, he's the kind of hero you wouldn't expect. He's just a little guy. You don't have to have superpowers to be a superhero. I mean, look at him, he's charging in on his tortoise.
That's a confident little dude.
There is the power.
Sometimes it's nice just to make a little guy who believes in himself.
You know, just because you guys haven't won in a very long time, I still believe in you. Let's hope that you pull one out today, because, boys, you need it. The teams are into their final hour and must find a way to add detail that won't blow away.
I'm in the middle of a desert storm here. It takes away all my details.
It's so windy today. It's grueling, you know, mentally and physically.
Whew, that sand is just blowing.
Dealing with the wind is pretty tough. You really can't see what's going on. Losing concentration, that's when nerves start to take over and you start making really bad decisions.
Oh,
Okay, what do we got?
the face.
Oh, this is a mess.
That's all I needed. What's going on over here? I just lost a hit, son. I overcut, like always.
This is pretty bad. We're done.
As the wind blasts the teams in their final hour, the goal is to stay calm, sculpt smart, and not lose your head.
That's all I needed. The whole head just comes right off. Recover time. We have to do this. Let's put it together. Try to put back what I lost. But there are chances that it might not stick because of the angle that I'm in. All I need to do is get that bucket right off and let me do the rest. We both got our work cut out for us.
Guys, this blows.
It really is cranking, and this wind absolutely is not fun.
What are you seeing out there?
Abe and Sue, they've taken the criteria, good versus evil, and kind of turned it on its head, but I'm sure they're going to surprise us with how they convey their heroes and villains.
Albert and Albert, the whole head popped off. Good recovery on getting the mask back there. Hopefully they'll have some time to do some detail work.
Dan and Joby's piece, they've got something really, really unusual. But what I'm really interested in is how they tie their clever use of plot to help set off their superheroes.
And then John and Laura, there's so much mass there.
They took one form and created 2 figures out of it. We don't want to see safe, we want to see exciting.
The tide is definitely being real choppy.
I think the wind is making it look really scary right now because the waves are way bigger. Oh, sprayed in the face. Awesome.
Always behind time here. Always.
Attention, sculptors!
Oh!
The tide is coming in hard and fast! This is your red flag warning! You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers!
Red flag, babe.
It's already time?
Feels like it's always coming quicker every challenge.
Time is not in our side, but we're pushing it.
Our plot finish is going to be a little bit rough.
All right, time to give up on the hand.
Sculptors! The tide's in! Time's up!
The other sculptors, they did 2 separate figures where we did 2 figures in 1 form. So I'm very curious to see how they will judge it. I don't know. We could go home today.
Whatever we did out there, we gave it everything we had. Going into eliminations is left up to the judges.
We managed to finish it.
Yeah. We pushed some boundaries. We did a lot of work. But we'll see if the judges see that.
I think this is the closest we've ever come to finishing.
We deviated from the good versus evil, but I think at the same time, it just kind of makes sense for us. It's possible our choice could come back and bite us in the ass, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't.
It's now up to the judges to decide which team did a super job. They'll be looking for characterization, good versus evil dynamic, and creative use of plot. So, superhero face-off, Abe and Sue.
On this piece in particular, I think they really thought outside the box. The male aspect and the female aspect. He's rugged, hard, sharp edges, and she's just smooth and soft and flowing. And how they tied that base in together is just wonderful.
One of the criteria is good versus evil. Neither one of them is bad.
There's clearly like a tension here. It's like a perfect storm colliding together. You know, you have this smooth action with this sharp, jaggedy edged thing, but it works so well together.
It's a clear reflection of how they are as a team, who they are as people.
It's harmonious tension, it feels like.
That's a good word
Thank
for
you.
it.
John and Laura, this is big,
Oh, man.
powerful, strong, like their love.
You know, one of the criteria is creative use of the plot, and they absolutely killed it with that. I mean, this thing is huge, hundreds of pounds, you know, just in the head. I like how they use the logo work in a three-dimensional aspect with the wrecker.
Yes.
It bumps it up.
Very superhero-ish. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They took one form and created two figures out of it.
It's risky.
Would have liked to have seen just a bit more character in the faces to convey the good versus evil concept.
Albert Jr., Albert Sr., a lot of humor, a lot of sweetness in this piece.
Here's your everyman guy, and he's taken on the Fire Knight. The look of disdain on his face is just fantastic. It just cracks me up.
But they didn't do anything with the base.
Yeah.
There's no creative use there.
I think they ran out of time.
And the fact that they survived that head falling off, I'm just amazed.
So you mean they lost their head, but they didn't lose their cool?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dan and Joe B, when you talk about using the plot and good versus evil,
This is a really obvious superhero versus supervillain story. They nailed it,
Most of the work was done on the ground and down into the ground.
which is hard to do.
And I really like the movement and what they did with the supervillain getting pushed down into the concrete and it's breaking up.
Very clever use of your plot to set off your heroes and villains. I love the fact, too, that it's just a little guy and he's sitting on a turtle. But anybody can be a hero. You don't have to be big, you don't have to be fast to deal with this guy and put him in his place.
well, once again, of course, the greatest villain out of all these pieces is that tide.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Artists, today you were asked to create a superhero, supervillain face-off scene, and you all did a super job. But there was one team who was absolutely invincible. Today's Sand Champs are Dan and Joby.
Dan and Joby's piece fit the criteria 100% on all three categories. The use of plot literally dictated what was happening in their piece. It was incredibly clever and incredibly impactful, very dynamic.
You knew the story behind the characters. You knew who was good and evil. I mean, that supervillain getting blasted into the concrete and the effect with the concrete pieces breaking up, it read so well.
Dan and Joby haven't had a win since Challenge 4, but today they brought it home.
Everybody kept needling us with, you haven't won in a while, you haven't won in a while, but we kept coming back, and this time we pulled it out. Just lets us know that we are doing what the judges are looking for.
It's super nice.
Congratulations! You're one step closer to the final. But for one of you, the tide has turned. Albert Sr., Albert Jr., I'm sorry. Please pack your tools and leave the beach. We're going to Texas.
This is a very incredible journey, and I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to share it with my son.
A lot of ups, a lot of downs, you know, just like life, and this has been a great experience.
I'm so proud of you, son. It's been a great experience.
I'm proud of you too, Father.
Congratulations, you've all earned another day at the beach. to race against the tide. Next time, we want you to create an optical illusion.
Got a really cool piece plan.
We're so close to the finale. We just have to get through one more.
If anybody can do it, these 3 teams can pull it off.
If you really want to see the second image, you're going to have to stand on your head.
Wow, that's awesome!